Ayan, okay. Good morning, students. Blessed be God and mabuhay. So, yan, tapos na tayo sa ating prayer. Ngayon, syempre, kailangan muna natin i-energize ang ating mga katawan, di ba? Medyo malamig, so we have to be active since, di ba, malamig. So, buhay natin yung ating mga natutulog na mga dugo. Okay, tumayo ang lahat. Start na tayo, guys. Let's all stand. Ayan. Okay, lahat na sumayaw. Energy! Oh my God! You don't have energy, ha? So, nabuhayan ba?
Yes.
Ay, grabe, buhay na buhay. Okay, pwede na kayo umupo. Ngayon, ay, nagdako na tayo sa ating topic ngayong umaga. Okay. Today, we will be discussing the remaining topics or episodes. Ngayon, learning episode number 14 na ating katalakayin. Kung sa mga nakabuklat na kanilang mga libro, sa tingin po natin, ano ang napapaloob sa episode 14? What do you think is our topic this morning? Page 205 on your books.
The teacher as a person.
Miss Ophelia Bat, kindly stand.
The teacher as a person and as a professional.
Exactly. Our topic this morning is all about the teacher as a person and as a professional. So, sa tingin ninyo, what are the qualities of a teacher as a person? Ano yung mga quality ng isang teacher bilang isang tao? Yes, Miss Arceo. May integrity. Tama. Wala pa natin si Miss Arceo. How about the others? Do you have any idea? As a person? Wala na? Okay, kung wala na, as a professional naman. As a professional. Ano? As a professional. Excellent. Pwede. Flexible. Tama. As a professional, you have to be flexible, di ba? Kasi when you're totally in field, marami tayong maaaring ma-encounter na kailangan ng flexibility, right? Okay. So, do you believe your teacher is your hero? I mean, bayani ba ang ating mga guro?
Yes.
My teacher, my hero. Tama ba? Naniniwala ba tayo sa kasabihan na yan? Do we believe in that saying? Yes, Miss Ophelia Abad, are you saying something?
Yes, I believe.
You believe that your teacher is your hero. Why? How do you say so?
Because my teacher is the one who helped me to learn something every single day.
Wow, palakpakan natin. Your teacher helps you to learn something every day. Okay. How about the others? Yes, Miss Arcega, will you say something?
I believe
Yes, what do you believe?
because if a hero is someone who saves life.
Yes.
So, kung wala yung teacher, I mean, in my personal experience, kung wala yung teacher ko, hindi na naman kasi yung teacher sinasabi yung specific person, di ba? We learn from everything na kung saan tayo nakaka-learn is our teacher. So, yung may mga bagay tayo or mga pangyayari or something, may mga person na hindi naman siya teacher by profession, pero they helped us learn or they taught us something. And yun yung parang nakapag-save ng life natin. And that's what's made them hero.
Okay, pero pa natin si Miss Arcega. Thank you so much for your insights. Di ba? Hindi lahat naman ng teacher makikita natin sa paaralan, di ba? Some of our teachers are in our homes. We have our parents, we have our sisters, we have our brothers, di ba? We have our friends. Okay. Next. So, to be a teacher is what? To be a teacher is what? Ang pagiging guro ay? Sa tingin po natin, challenging. One. Ano pa? To be a teacher is what? To be a role model. Tama. Thank you so much, Miss Johnson. Ano pa? Di ba, being a teacher is not a piece of cake. Hindi madali ang maging teacher. And there are lots of things na kailangan natin i-consider. Di ba? There are a lot of things na kailangan natin i-address, right? There are many things that we have to possess as a teacher. Since a teacher is a public figure, meaning there are lots of qualities, competencies, attributes that we need to what? We need to possess. We need to show, di ba? Kung ano dapat we as a teacher, kailangan pangatawan natin yung pagiging teacher. Sa pananamit pa lang, kailangan maging good choice agad yung pananamit natin. Kasi we are a public figure. Kung ano yung pinaposes natin yung pag-uugali, yun yung magiging view ng tao sa atin. Yun yung magiging view ng mga estudyante. And the fact na pwede nilang gayahin, tama. Okay. These are the personal attributes and professional attributes of a teacher. So, for personal attributes, kindly read Ms. Alvarez.
Personal attributes, which are positive, communicative, compassionate, motivational, committed, organized, value-based, knowledgeable, sense of humor, and stable.
Thank you so much, Ms. Alvarez. So, positive. Diba? Sa code of ethics, sa pag-aaralan natin na the teacher should exude positivity. Diba? If the teacher is not positive, then the class will not be positive too. Diba? Kung ang iyong problema sa bahay ay dinala mo sa school, pwede maapektuhan ang klase, ang mga bata. Communicative, kumbaga approachable din. Yung teacher, you should know how to accommodate, you should know how to speak, you should know how to, hospitable enough doon sa mga estudyante mo. Dapat, marunong ka, what? Marunong kang magsalita. Marunong ka makipag-communicate doon. Your communication skills should be kumbaga, excellent or let's say good. And compassionate. What do we mean compassionate? Miss Jaima, what do we mean by compassionate? Why? Because it's you. Okay. Compassionate. Bakit kaya nakasama sa personal attributes ng teacher is being compassionate? Is Ms. Arcega?
So, for me, kasama siguro yung, required na compassionate yung isang teacher kasi di ba yung main role ng teacher is to impart knowledge din. Tapos yung ano niya, yung role ng teacher is not only limited sa four sides of the room. So it goes beyond the walls of the classroom. And it means na dapat hindi ka lang doon sa cognitive domain ng bata na focus or sa affective manner sa psychomotor, but then sa entire system ng bata or sa entire ng pagkatao ng bata is concerned ka. It means yung compassionate kasi is having compassion, which means may awa or may concern ka doon sa isang tao. And we as teacher are required na magkaroon tayo ng concern doon sa estudyante. Kasi paano matutunan yung estudyante kung tayo mismo hindi natin pinapakita na pinapahalaga nila or wala tayong concern sa mga estudyante.
Okay, thank you so much. Palapakan natin si Miss Arceo. Tama. Diba, as a teacher, you know, you should be considerate then sa situation ng estudyante. Baka minsan, he wasn't able to pass on time his requirements because of emergencies. Diba? He wasn't able to pass his requirements because he got sick. You should know about that. Hindi tayo pwedeng magpapadalas-dalas sa ating situation without knowing the background or the really happenings. Diba? We have to be compassionate. Not all the time, the teacher should, in the right, should possess just like rush decisions. You have to consider everything. Diba? Motivational. When we say motivational, the teacher should have the, like, here in the first one, the positive, should be motivational. Being a positive teacher is already a motivational one. Tama? Nakaka-motivate sa isang estudyante if a teacher is positive. Lagi, good vibes lang lagi, di ba? Motivational. Also, the way the teacher encourages the students from the even the single word, di ba? It creates motivation to a students. Then, for example, Ophelia raised her hands and she recited. Ano yung magiging response ng teacher? Should be positive. The teacher may say, "You're great, Ophelia." Then it's motivation. Motivation for not just for Ophelia, but for everyone to do the same. Right? Okay. Committed. Sabi nga nila, ang pagiging teacher hindi madali. It takes a lot of commitment. Diba? Being a teacher, you should be committed. Kasi if you're not committed, if you're not determined to your profession, you will not be able to truly show your the sense of being a teacher. Kung hindi ka committed, hindi mo mabibigay yung tamang learning spot sa estudyante. Kasi babaliwalain mo or kumbaga hindi mo binibigay yung puso mo. Ang mangyayari, hindi mo mapaparating kung ano yung tama or kung paano ang tamang pagtuturo. Committed, the way na kailangan we are bearing our profession not just in our mind but also in our hearts. Okay. Organized. So, organized isn't all about pa sa damit, sa mga gamit, or let's say sa pagiging organized sa paggawa ng mga bagay-bagay. Yes, it may be doon tumutukoy, but being a teacher, you should be organized. Not just on how you handle the class. Start natin yan sa personal natin, sa sarili natin, having discipline. Having discipline is being also an organized one. At syempre, pag sa pagiging organized, you know, organization, sabihin natin, yung iba hindi masyadong organized, di ba? So, being a teacher, that is one of our personal attributes, ang pagiging organized. Sa paggawa pa lang ng lesson plan, you should be organized, di ba? Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay ang closing prayer sa harap. Hindi mo pwedeng ilagay ang motivational in the last part, right? So, sa paggawa pa lang ng ating lesson plan, you should be organized. At pagdating din sa classroom, di ba? When we become a teacher, papayag lang ba tayo na kung saan-saan nakalagay ang mga upo ng mga estudyante? No, di ba? Hindi. And sa pagiging organized, doon din nakikita yung pagiging professional natin. Pagiging professional lang, isang guro. Next, value-based. Ano siya sabi natin value-based? Miss Alvarez, what do we mean by value-based? Okay. Value-based. Di ba may tinatawag tayong values integration? Di ba? Yun yung isa sa kailangan na meron ng isang teacher. Yung pagiging about value-based, di ba? Teacher, not and all disciplines can exert value, or tinutuloy din pagiging sa value-based. Sa pagiging pasok dito is sa time management, di ba? Yung teacher, pag nagpapagawa ng requirements, lagi siyang nag-remind sa estudyante to do the requirements and pass the requirements on time. And that, we are exercising the value of what? Being responsible, di ba? Through our time management, we are showing we are valuing the sense of being responsible. Okay, knowledgeable. A teacher cannot, di ba sabi nga nila, you cannot teach, you cannot give what you do not have. So, in teaching, it is possible. It is impossible for you to teach if you don't do the lesson. Di ba? Sabihin natin na kayo nga magturo kahit hindi ka alam ang lesson. But, ang mangyayari, hindi fully learning ang maibigay sa estudyante. So, you should be knowledgeable. Pagka alamin mo, know your lesson, know your topic, so that you will be able to teach, to deliver the topic or the lesson effectively, and make sure na mayroong matutunan ang ating mga students from us. Okay? Sense of humor. Sense of humor is also being a positive. Diba? Just like what I have said earlier, it is not appropriate na your problem on your house ay dadalhin natin here inside our classroom. Kasi there is a chance na yung estudyante mo ang pagbuntungan mo na iyong galit. What you have in your house should be leave it there. Kumbaga, iiwan mo doon. Don't bring it here in the school. House is different from school. Di ba? Sense of humor. Siyempre, pag alam mo, if you know that students are not participating well, then make something that make them engage with your class, with your topic, with your discussion. Then, patience. Patience is somehow connected to compassionate. Diba? In the field of teaching, we may encounter a lot of diverse attitudes, diverse personalities of the students, not just the students, but on your faculties. Diba? We might encounter severe attitude, excellent attitude, average attitude. And doon papasok yung patience. How? You should know, you should understand this situation. Halimbawa, yung students mo, tatulad sabi ko kanina, hindi nakapagpasa ng requirements. Ano gagawin mo? Babagsak mo na lang agad? No. Alamin mo yung background. Kumbaga, sabi nila, patience is a virtue. Diba? And, in fact, yung patience, malaki yung factor niyan sa field ng teaching. Diba? Tayo, bilang teacher, pag matagal ba ang sound, pag teacher tayo, pag matagal ba ang bigyan ng sound sa atin, aalisin agad tayo sa magtuturo? No. Diba? Bahalay mo na delay lang. So, papasok din yung patience. And, yun sa katigasan ng ulo ng mga bata, di ba? Since yung mga high school ngayon, medyo ano na din sila, no? Parang hindi pa mature yung pag-iisip nila, even their attitudes, their personalities, hindi pa mature. And doon pa minsan, napakaraming conflict. And patience, mapasok din doon on how we understand the students. Kung paano natin sila i-correct, di ba? Okay. Are we clear with the personal attributes? Are we all clear?
Yes.
I hear none. Are we all clear?
Yes.
Okay, sabay-sabay natin basahin. First,
Positive, communicative, compassionate,
Miss Jaima Otto, can you read the professional attributes of a teacher? Yes.
Teaching competence, understanding.
Make it loud.
Teaching competence, understanding of curriculum, effective DLP, resourcefulness, classroom management, reading system, communication skills, respect to diversity and less organized and flexible.
Okay, those are the professional attributes. So, when we say teaching competence, Miss Arceo, are you not feeling well today? Just take a rest and just listen to our discussion this morning. So, when we say teaching competence, Apalia, what do we mean by teaching competence? For you, what is teaching competence? And bakit siya nakasama sa professional attributes of a teacher?
Teaching competence, it means, di ba sa mga teacher, bago ka nakakapagturo usually, especially, di kailangan mo makapasa sa board exam or maging LTE. And at the same time, nakapaloob din doon yung communication skills and yung competence. Ano ba yan? Magturo kayo.
Your ability to teach somehow is connected. When we say teaching competence, this is more likely about let's say your standard somehow, your standard as a teacher. Kung ikaw ba ay just like what you have said, kung ikaw ba ay licensure examination passer na ba? Have you receive your master's degree or your doctorate degree, di ba? And somehow, teaching competence sets standards for teacher. Nagsiset siya ng standard for teacher. Siyempre, kung doctoral ka na ba, ang magiging, the way you teach will be pang grade 1 pa din. Kung doctoral ka na ba, the way you communicate is not good pa din. No. Teaching competence encourages us or leads us or kumbaga yun yung teaching competence, yun yung nagiging fundamental thing na naging basis natin to teach. Diba? Okay, pag doctorate ka na, then pwede ka na mag-apply sa director's offices. Pwede ka maging supervisors, pwede ka maging deans somehow. Yan. Okay. Understanding of curriculum. It is a part or professional attributes, understanding of curriculum. You cannot teach if hindi mo alam ang curriculum. It is very important for the teacher to know the curriculum before she or he teach. Tama?
Yes.
Diba? Last time we tackled sa ating subject, the teacher in the school curriculum. It is very important for us to understand the curriculum before we teach because you cannot give the exact information, the learnings to the students if you don't know the content of the curriculum. Do you think Ms. Jaima Otto, understanding of curriculum is important, and why? Why do we need to understand curriculum?
Kapag alam kasi natin yung curriculum, mas magiging effective tayo kasi alam natin yung
Thank you so much. Sabi ni Ms. Jaima, understanding curriculum leads us to be more effective teacher. Kasi we know how to teach, we know what are the things na kailangan natin ituro. Tama din naman. And understanding curriculum somehow is giving us opportunity to review. Lahat ng lessons, di ba? Kaya di ba, meron din tayong curriculum mapping to trace ano yung mga lessons na ituturo this day, tomorrow, the next week. And mahalaga siya na alam natin yung curriculum. Then, effective DLP. When we say DLP, anong DLP? Daily lesson plan. So, sa mga teacher, nowadays, hindi na sila gumagawa ng DLP. Tama? Ang ginagawa nila ay
Weekly learning plan.
weekly learning plan. Para ganun. Daily lesson plan. Then, meron na yung weekly lesson plan na ginagawa. Okay. Effective DLP. paano natin makikita or paano natin malalaman na our DLP is effective? How? Miss Jokson, how? How can we say that our DLP is effective?
I think sa objective and the assessment.
Objective in the assessment. Miss Arcea, do you agree with Miss Jokson?
Kaya dapat yung objectives o yung learning outcomes na dapat ma-achieve ng mga bata. Tapos yung assessment na nandun sa mga kaloob sa test sa grades.
Okay, thank you so much. And somehow, that leads us to know or to determine kung ang ating, yung pagkakasunod ba ng ating discussion or the structure of our class is connected to each other. Diba? So, next, the resourcefulness. Resourcefulness. So, nandun natin marinig ang resourcefulness, especially pag pinapagawa tayo ng project, diba? Kung walang PowerPoint presentation, anong alternatives natin? What? Manila paper, tama. Nagpapakita ng resourcefulness pag napunta tayo sa mga remote areas. When we are being assigned to the remote areas. Diba? It is possible na walang kuryente, walang internet connection. Then, what are the alternatives we can do for us to teach? That we can use to teach? Visual aids. Diba before, ang ginagamit ng mga teacher before is yung dahon ng saging. Right? Diba? Are you familiar with that? You're not familiar with that? Oh, that's our time before. There are lots of teachers saying that to me, or telling me that before they are only using yung sako, doon sila sumusulat. Yun yung ginagamit nila na Manila paper before. Pag nasa remote areas tayo, hindi natin, it's not avoidable ang pagkakaroon ng kuryente at ng internet connection. It should be flexible, di ba? Humanap ka, be resourceful. May mga tao na pwede mong sulatan. Okay, halimbawa, grade 1, letter A, sulat mo sa tao ng ganito, di ba? You can be resourceful. It's just, paganahin lang natin yung ating critical thinking, yung ating pag-iisip. Okay, classroom management. Being a professional teacher knows how to manage the classroom. Diba? Know how to manage the classroom. Pag may tatayo-tayo, anong gagawin? Pagsasabihan agad? Pagsasabihin agad na upo? Ano yung pwede natin gawin? Pwede naman yun. Diba? Ask. Tanungin natin. Saan siya pupunta? If it is not necessary, then don't allow them. Diba? You should know how to manage the classroom, not just on the behaviors or the way you teach, but also pagiging organized sa upuan, sa mga estudyante. Diba? Set a rules and a regulation sa classroom that will mold them. Diba? Okay, grading system. If you are a truly professional, you know the grading system. Diba? Dapat alam ninyo kung paano ang grading system. Diba nga, tinuruan na tayo kung paano mag-compute ng grades? Right? We are taught by our deep benefit to know to compute our grades. Right, Ms. Arcea? Thanks so much. You're very responsive. Should know how the grading system. Hindi tayo pwede maging doctor. Teacher 1 ka pa lang, you know how to doctor the grades. No, it's not right. It's not a professional attribute. You should know. Kahit sabihin natin, nasa teacher 1 ka pa lang or bagong teacher ka pa lang, kailangan natin ang grading system. Ito yung magiging guide natin to guide or to give fair and accurate grades sa mga students natin. Sino dito yung nakaranas na hindi alam ng teacher ang grading system? Sino? May mga teacher ba kayo dati na magaling mag-doctor ng grades? Alam ko meron kayo at meron din ako before. Okay. So do you think, is it good, is it appropriate, or is it acceptable for you? Kaya niyo bang tanggapin yung ganon? Di ba? No. Being a teacher, it takes a lot of time para mag-aralan yung grading system, ba't hindi lang kayo mag-aralan? Di ba? Communication skills. Communication skills is both for personal and professional attributes. So, magiging teacher ka, maharap ka sa mga estudyante. Diba? And we are always being reminded that as a future teacher, you should know how to use the English word, right? Since English is somehow today is the medium of communication, or let's say universal language being used by many people, di ba? English, right? Mas nagiging siya yung nagiging universal language na today, which is kahit saan ka pumunta, more of the people na may encounter mo are using English language. Communication skills. Sa communication skills, not just on your students, but also how would you communicate with the parents, with the teachers, with the linkages, with the stakeholders. Communication skills. Hindi lang siya within the classroom, on how you ask, on how you respond to the students, but also on how you speak in front of your audiences. You speak with the parents, speak with the principals, speak with the administrators. Okay. Respect to diversity. Respect to diversity. When we say respect to diversity, you know how to what? You know how to what, Natalia? Respect to diversity. You should know, as a teacher, you should know how to what? To respect the differences and uniqueness of your students. Hindi pwedeng i-neglect mo ang mga hindi mo nagugustuhan estudyante mo. Hindi porket hindi sila taga-Singay, hindi mo na sila tatanggapin sa klase. Hindi porket hindi sila Katoliko, hindi mo sila tatanggapin sa klase. No! You have to be fair. Tama. You have to be fair. Respect their differences because the differences that they have is something that makes them unique. And somehow, the diversity creates color inside the classroom. Exactly. Organized and flexible. Organized, makikita natin siya organized and flexible. So, katulad yun ang sabi ko kanina, sabi nila kanina, being teacher is being flexible. Diba? Especially when you're in elementary education or somehow in high school, right? Kahit hindi ka English teacher, magtuturo ka ng English, be. You have to be flexible, especially when you are being assigned to be for places where the teachers are limited or insufficient. You should know how to teach this specific discipline, this specific area. Kasi, wala silang aasahan but you. Let's say you graduated as major in English, but you are assigned to remote areas where there is no Filipino teacher. Then, it is your duty to fulfill that. Kasi wala sila magtuturo. And you have to be flexible with that. And sa time management also, we have to be flexible. Diba? There are lots of teachers na yung mga gawain nila sa school, dinadala nila sa bahay. Diba? There are teachers na nag-overtime for them to finish their reports. Okay? So, the personal attributes in the professional attributes is for the effective learning. When we have this kind of attributes, I assure you na magiging effective yung pagtuturo natin. Diba? And also, yung mga when we have this kind of attributes, we serve as a role model sa mga, not just to the students, but also sa ibang mga teacher din na hindi nagpo-possess ng ganitong attributes. We serve as a role model, we influence, diba? And somehow, we help them to reach their potentials. Are we clear? Any questions? None? Okay, let's proceed. So, these are the qualities naman, or the competencies that was written here in our book. Inaikli ko siya into short sentences. Okay, for personal qualities, we have lives with dignity. Lives with dignity, meaning, tayo bilang teacher, we should know how to value ourselves. Di ba? We were being a teacher. Kailangan hindi tayo makikita ng mga estudyante na, nagiginom sa kanto. Di ba? Yung mga cases na gano'n na yung mga teacher nila nakikita nila sa kanto, umiinom na niligarilyo. Are we possessing our true dignity with that? No, we have to live with dignity. Pag a teacher ka, then you should act as a teacher, not just here in the classroom, but beyond the classroom. Take care of someone. When we say take care of someone, teacher should know how to handle emotional, physical, psychological aspects of the students. Kailangan alam kung paano i-manage yun. Diba? And by that, kung alam mo yun, then you're not going to use hurtful words. Diba? Hindi ka gagawin ng physical. We should know how to take care of someone or the well-being of everyone. Inspired by spiritual. So, we are not just, kumbaga sa teacher, we are not just teaching. Now, we are not just teaching because we are teaching, but also we are teaching by the guidance of the spiritual principles. Dapat may maka-Diyos pa rin kahit English yan. You should always possess, you should be inspired by the spiritual principles. Kahit math yan. Diba? Knowledgeable, yun yung kanina sinasabi natin. A teacher should be knowledgeable. He knows or she knows how, what is the curriculum, what is the topic, what is the lesson. Next, recognizes all strength with humility. Okay, with humility. Kapag matalino ka, pinagmamayaman. Karamihan, di ba? Kapag alam mo kalakasan mo yun, ay sabihin mo, I am entitled to that kind of strength that I have. No, as a teacher, you should have humility. Be humble. Kahit na sa lahat ng tao sa mundo ito na may kataingan na gano'n, you should be humble. That is a quality of a teacher. Being humble. First, perseveres in challenging situation. She or he knows how to overcome hard situation. Hindi pwede nagkamali ka lang sa pagtuturo mo is ititigil mo yung pagtuturo. No, you should overcome it. You should overcome that kind of situation. Work together, demonstrate natural actions. Teacher should be cooperative. Marunong siya makisama sa mga katrabaho niya. She he knows how to communicate, how to work with his companions. Hindi yung magiging alone. Diba? For professional competencies, first, can you read Ms. Jokson?
Abide by the code.
Abide by the code of ethics, meaning we are guided by the code of ethics. Ano ba yung code of ethics? Ms. Arceo? Okay, tama. Code of ethics is a guidelines which tells us what are the actions that we need to possess. We should be guided by God, di ba? Master the subject matter. As a professional, you should know the subject matter. Hindi ka pwede magturo na wala sa curriculum. As a professional teacher, you should know how to exert knowledge. Pag-aralan mo yung subject matter mo. Hindi ka pwede magturo na hindi mo alam. You are not, kumbaga, you cannot give information and learning. So the students, if you don't know the subject matter or the lessons you have, ahead of time, pag-aralan ng lesson plan. Create a lesson plan, pag-aralan ng lesson plan, and by that, we will be able to master the subject matter, and we will be able to exert knowledge and learning sa mga estudyante natin. Updates oneself. Updates oneself. This is mapapakita on how the teacher be adapted. Kung ano yung trends, di ba? Yung mga estudyante, mas na-engage sila kung alam nila yung activities ng isang teacher is timely and kumbaga trend, nasa trend, di ba? You're already in 21st century. Magpapa-activity ka ba ng style ng pang 19th century? No. A teacher should practice different ways of teaching appropriate to the learners and to the subject matter. Kailangan, yung method na gagamitin natin is updated. Okay. Use teaching methods. What are the teaching methods we have? May mga alam ba kayong mga teaching methods? Diba? There are lots of teaching methods. And tayo bilang teacher, we should be creative. Diba? Dapat, yung teaching methods natin, alamin natin, muna kung ano yung audience natin. Hindi ka pwede gawin ng teaching methods sa pang-elementary kung matuturuan mo college. At hindi ka makakaturo ng maayos sa estudyante ng pang grade 1 kung ang teaching methods mo will be adapted from high school. Right? Are you listening, everyone? Am I making sense? Okay. Next, build support network. So, when we say build support network, this is an competences na kung saan the teacher or the professional knows how to reach out the stakeholders. How to connect with the parents. Diba? Kailangan na sa teacher, we know that kind of thing. Kailangan, paano tayo makiusap sa mga stakeholders natin, sa mga parents natin, sa mga parents ng estudyante, sa ating co-teachers, sa administration, sa their faculties. Okay. Prepared and organized. Kanina pa natin yan. The teacher, kapag magtuturo ka dapat, you should always be prepared. Pupunta ka ng laban, wala kang sa data, how can you teach? Diba? How can you teach if you're not prepared? Let's say makakaturo ka ba? It's not totally effective for the students. Next, uses assessment. When we say assessment, it is what? It is evaluation. What? Uses assessment is motivation. Yeah, assessment. Uses assessment. Dapat you know how to use assessment. Alam niyo kung paano gumamit ng assessment and what are the kinds of assessment that we have? Ilan? Give me one. Formative assessment. We also have summary assessment. You should know how to place that assessment. You should know how to use that assessment as a teacher. Diba? Hindi ka pwede magpasamatin quiz sa unang klase pa lang. Okay. Provide secure, safe, and fair environment. As a teacher, we are considered as the second parents of the students. And it is our duty to secure that they are safe, to make sure that they are safe, that they are studying in a clean, safe, and secure school or environment. Last, serves beyond the call of duty. Marami ang mga teacher na nag-overtime pa. Marami ang mga teacher na ang mga gawain ay dinadala pa sa kanilang mga tahanan. Di ba? That is really a professional teaching. Are we all clear? Naintindihan pa lahat? Okay. Ngayon, can you read? 1, 2, 3, go.
A teacher leader thinks beyond the walls of their classroom to what their impact can be.
Okay. Who can explain this quotation? Who can explain this quotation? Just one representative for me. Who will explain this saying? Yes, what? Are you raising your hand? How about you, Ms. Alvarez? Can you explain to us what does this quotation means?
Kailangan mo mag-isip kailangan kasi pag-teacher ka, kailangan dalawa kang mag-isip. And doon sa impact nila, bilang teacher, kailangan yun, as a way na yun, dapat nagre-reflect sila kung ano yung impact nila sa mga students nila through kung ano yung tinuturo nila sa isang classroom. Kasi, lalo na, especially, virus information, hindi lang siya basta-basta nag-teach lang about sa mga topics na nakalagay sa libro or sa PowerPoint niya. Nag-teach siya behind the wall, behind the wall of their classroom kasi virus teachers dapat tinatouch din nila. Hindi lang, especially, hindi lang virus teachers, actually lahat ng teacher dapat tinatouch nila kung ano tinatouch nila yung heart ng mga students nila kasi in that way, mas makaka-relate yung students nila sa mga topics and in that way, mas maiintindihan ng students or mas magkakaroon ng interest ang students sa topic na tinuturo nila.
Okay, thank you so much. So, another thing is that, sinasabi ng sayings na ito na, we should not only teaching what are written in the book. Dapat, alamin din natin, kung yung mga sinasabi ng natin is magagamit nila, not just inside the classroom, but also outside the classroom. Diba? As a teacher, you should walk your talk. Kapag naging teacher tayo, what we possess inside the classroom should be possessed also outside the classroom. Yeah? Okay. So, to know your learnings talaga, just give me one word na do you think will summarize for you what is teacher or why do we need these qualities and competencies? Ms. Autumn. Yes, Ms. Joy. Values. Commitment. Yeah. Effective. Flexible. How about you, man? What? Compassionate. So, just like what our dean last time told me, we will be having a quiz. It's 20 points. That is the criteria. Okay. In one shape or one half shape of paper. One half sheet. Kalahating papel.
Kalahating.
Thank you.